meeting to order. It's Tuesday, February 17th. It is 6 o'clock. You will please rise for invocation. Neil, please.
Coach.
Coach, tonight.
Chris, yes, you come into your presence tonight, we ask that you bless us as you see fit. Lord, we ask that you just go with the ones that are here tonight, bless this meeting, and the way you see fit. And as we go to Anaheim with our new city manager tonight, we ask that you bless her, guide her, strengthen her to do this job. Over each one that is here on force. We ask that you take care of the business that we have to undertake tonight. These and all blessings in your son Jesus' name. Amen.
Please join in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Roll call, Madam City Clerk.
Commissioner Anderson. Here. Commissioner Barsadi. Here. Commissioner Devine.
Here.
Commissioner McDonald. Here. Commissioner Smith.
Here.
Mayor Hatch.
Here.
Manager Ayala. Here. Attorney Crawford.
Present.
And first on our agenda tonight is the approval of the meetings for the February 3rd commission meeting.
Second.
Been moved and seconded by Commissioners Devine and Barsadi. Is there any further corrections? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I didn't hear anybody down here. Are we in favor or not?
Commissioner McDonald wants to say something. She kind of was shocked that it was moved and approved quick.
Without you finishing your sentence, I approve.
Thank you. All is passed. I want to hear either yays or nays. Okay, please, and thank you. First up, finance. Is that Christie tonight? Thank you, ma'am.
Chrissy Childs, Deputy Finance Director. We have been in touch with the auditors, and as of right now, they're scheduled to be here next month at this time, the second week. So that's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I've been informed that there was no report on planning, so we're going to Public Works.
Moving right along.
Thank you, Jason.
This here is a water break, 6-inch line, it went to the old meter for Victoria by the Lakes. Public Works crew with a couple of John's guys assisted us. And that's Chad doing some picnic table repairs at Lakewood Park. A lot of rock boards, so replaced bad ones, paint them, stain them. And this is the food steward part. A lot of nasty graffiti written on picnic tables. So we put some fresh paint on there and then somebody knocked the grill over. So we rebolted it and it burned. I don't know if anybody's been by the butterfly garden, but we started the second stage down there. And we had 140 on that one too, that stage, 140 and I worked with.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Come on down, Tom.
Quick. I apologize, I don't have any pictures because I was on vacation last week, but we do have 214 work orders we did last time, 91 locates for a total of 305.
You want to talk about that bypass?
Oh,
start there and then head east to Carolina and then south down to 8th Street. They headed south to 8th Street, they done some portion on 8th Street, First Avenue. And then now they're heading south today on First Avenue to south of 6th Street and going to the manhole there, so they should be wrapping up on that pretty soon.
So what they're taking is for a manhole?
Well, they're waiting for a manhole on just south of 6th Street on First Avenue.
Yeah.
And then they're waiting for the authorization to relocate the enforcement on the north side of Virginia. They have it on the south side. Too much conflicts in the way, so they're waiting for the engineers to open it.
All right, thank you, sir. Outreach, Mr. Catherine.
Back to page 237, we'll look at January events. First off, happy anniversary, 1 year with the city of Tarrant. We're so glad she's with us today. She's been a great addition and we appreciate all that she does for us. So looking back to January, a lot of people go into the new year with New Year's resolutions, you know, get fit, get more organized, go to the gym more, do your journaling more, all that good stuff. And so we wanted to create a workshop series that would help you commit to some of those and fulfill those. So I made a series called New Year, Old Mess, and we talked about decluttering strategies, organizational strategies, the difference in those two. They get confused a lot. We did all kinds of hands-on activities. We got a big donation, like a U-Haul truck full of donations. And so I put my ladies in class to good use, and I was like, here's some boxes, let's declutter and organize. So it worked out timely for me. Taryn taught a workshop on clay diffuser stones. So we used clay and essential oils to make these pretty little stones that you could, you know, leave in your car or put in a drawer. We painted them, put the essential oils on them, and they hold their scent for a long time. Another thing we did as part of sort of our January restart was launched a new series called Sustainable Home Workshop Series. Taryn's teaching that one. So our first one, they're on the second Tuesday of every month. The first one we talked about and planted our own loofah seeds. Loofahs can be used, like you can eat them kind of like zucchini if you don't let them dry out, or you can let them dry out and peel them and they look like this up at the top. So if you come by my office and want to see them, I have some little seedlings growing in my window. So all of our workshop participants got loofah seedlings to take with them. And I don't know if you've heard, but Grandma Crafts are back. And we have had several people asking us for a class on plastic canvas. You don't know what plastic canvas is? If you think about the
Plastic what?
canvas. So if you think about, if you were ever in a church and there was an old lady with a cross bookmark in her Bible with the zipper thing, it was made out of the classic like little squares, and you put a yarn through it. So anyway, we brought out the plastic canvas and taught people how to make bookmarks out of those. Partnered with the Missing Piece Theater Company for a dance workshop that was open to the public. So we had some of our studio regulars actually showed up to this, as well as people from Missing Piece who were auditioning for the Wizard of Oz. Welcomed Valentine's Day. We used resin to make resin heart posters. Anytime we use resin, it's really fun. It's a really popular hobby. My personal favorite part is when you get to peel it out of the silicone mold after it's dry, and I want to do that for everyone's projects. But I try to resist and let them have the joy of peeling it out of the silicone mold themselves. Zumba, if you've ever had to make the decision if you want to tune in on Facebook or be here or go to Zumba class, fear no more. We have now moved Zumba to a new date and time for this year. So it's now on Wednesdays at 6:15. So come to the commission meetings on Tuesdays and go to Zumbas on Wednesdays.
Did you say do it online?
Or if you're tuning in to the commission meetings on Tuesdays rather than going to Facebook.
Okay.
So for this year, or for this semester, we've revamped our early release day activity that we've started doing. So starting in January, what we're doing is we're partnering with the Gem Theater, where we are showing a special discounted film at 2:30 for $2. But before the film, you'll come to Studio 37 and do a craft that goes along with the movie. So for January, the movie was Up, and we had, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie Up, but there's a character in there who is a wilderness explorer, and so it's like a little Boy Scout. He's got his badge and his little patches and stuff, but instead of a wilderness explorer, we made Mulberry explorers. So we had little badges for, Cultural Center, Library, Centennial Park, Studio 37, and they each made their own badge and had it on a little sash. So then you could wear your sash to the movie. It was very cute. Yeah, we were happy to support our new citywide initiative of Mulberry Jams last month. That's coming up again this month, so mark that on your calendar. And while I'm talking about calendars, we've got our citywide garage sale coming up. That is March 21st from 7 to 12. Sign-ups are live on the city website, so if you live in the city limits, sign up there or get with me. I can help you out, do it for you. And then the week of the garage sale, I will have a list with all of our participating sites. It's the week of spring break, if anyone is curious. And the library is doing a book sale that week as well, so it kind of all goes together. So keep an eye out for that. You guys have any questions for me?
Thank you.
What is the age for your dance workshops?
The dance workshops, anybody can come to those. That one, I think they were casting more younger people because it was for Wizard of Oz, yeah. But I did have some people that are my age or older that come to the studio and participate in the dance workshop because it's open. So if you just want to.
No real age limit.
No, we had itty bitties and then people older than me, so everybody.
Thank you. Well, Chamber of Commerce. Got something? Yeah. Come on. That's you.
First of all, I have to just say, I love all that the city of Mulberry does and supports for the community. I love this community.
We do too.
So again, I'm Kathy Shalou with Florida Landmark Realty. I'm here on behalf of the chamber. So February membership invoices went out. Total membership now is 141. We did lose one member. February breakfast is tomorrow morning. We hope we'll see many of you there. Dina's is cooking. We had a wonderful annual dinner on February 7th. And we're looking forward to the next mixer held right at Florida Landmark Realty on May 7th and sponsored by Commissioner. That's it, unless somebody has any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New business. Is this you?
Sort of. Ish. I can introduce the item and hand off to your manager, Mayor. This item of new business, and let me pull my agenda up. One second. Apologize, I didn't get to the office today. I didn't get a chance to print out the agenda, so I'm working off my computer.
You want a hard copy?
No. This memorandum stems out of your contract with interim manager Ayala and dealing with time off requests, professional training requests, and those types of things. These are items that I understand were approved in advance by Manager Johnson prior to his departure. And so in consultation with your manager, we felt the best practice was to make the commission aware of them, and so that they can ask questions and offer their consensus approval. So.
No, just basically as Drew has stated, these were pre-approved professional development dates and also time off requests. However, I do believe to be very transparent and notify the commission when I'm not in the office, but most importantly, to obtain formal approval from the commission.
And it looks like, both of them are single days, other than Thanksgiving.
Which there's two separate, and I do request that you guys approve or deny them separately so that it goes on the record. The first one is time off request. In June 8th through June 12th, that was a family vacation that has already been rescheduled. And then the second one that's more than a day would be November 23rd to November 25th.
I appreciate the notice because I like to make sure if I have a phone call and you're on vacation, and I know you're on vacation, then we can decide if it's an emergency or not. Then we'll just make sure we give you your space to rest because I think that's real important. So I appreciate this notice.
So that's the first one, and then the second one is just the professional development. The majority of these are CRA courses, in hopes of obtaining my credentials.
I make the motion. Do we need to approve it? Make a motion to
She
approve
wants them done separately though, so just do the requested time off dates first, and we'll do the professional development
I
dates.
make a motion to approve the time off.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion's made by, Commissioner McDonald, seconded by Commissioner Smith. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's passed.
I'll make a motion to accept, the approved dates for training. Second.
Motion's made by Commissioner McDonald again, seconded by Commissioner Ayerson. Is there any further discussion on this? All in favor say aye. Opposed? It's passed. Have to sign in sheet, please.
Appreciate it, too.
Any names on that? Miss Julie, you don't need to talk tonight?
Well, I was
Come on.
Well,
Come on. I know she wanted to say something.
I was trying to save it, but, you know, I saw the sign up, I said, I'm saying it for the first, but since you're gonna call,
Come on.
good evening, everyone, to,
Good evening.
Mayor and to, new interim, commissioners, city, attorney, everybody. Y'all know I'm getting ready to say, don't you? Thank y'all so much, oh my goodness, for the, Founders Day reception. Now, it's not about me, y'all know that, it's about the community, it's, I'm all about community, it's everybody, I know everybody, all churches, everybody. So what, that reception was for the citizens, for everybody, so I thank you from that dear heart, and that's from my heart. Thank you, city. Thank you, concerned citizens, who care about everybody, all of you all. Thank you.
Commission comment. Coach, you want to go first?
Yes, sir. I just want to say, I thank you for the city putting on, well, we had 2 days, one Friday night, where we honored the still. I thought that went over very, very well. I would forget her name, and I don't see it out there.
Chelsea.
Chelsea and her staff did an absolutely great job.
With a lot of help from Catherine and Laura.
Yeah, well, I said her staff,
Yeah.
I don't mean to overlook you all, I hope I did.
I
But,
know there were others.
I'm sure it was some others, but she did a very fine job. And, not leaving off our speaker for that night, he did an excellent job, Commissioner Neal. I didn't know they had it in him, but he did a very excellent job. These old needs were killing me Saturday, but I just think I came and parked in my truck. But it was an absolutely great, Saturday afternoon. We celebrated the city's 125th. That's right, 125th anniversary. It was a good turnout. I just didn't mean with the people, because knees were flaring up that day. And we're just so happy to have a new city manager. I'm just looking forward to working with me if I clear the new city manager, city commissioners, role, qualification, that clerk over there just giving me a hard time. But I'm gonna get through it. With that, that's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Harrison?
Oh, okay, ditto for everything he said, because, it was a busy 2 to 3 weeks. It was like we saw each other almost every day. At activities and functions, and, it was good. I went to a, meeting in Bartow. I think it was at the historical building there. And, Chelsea Young was there, so I didn't feel all alone, but she's got some great ideas. But we went to the Route 60, committee meeting where, they're gonna try to make Route 60 from the Gulf Coast to the East Coast with a lot of tourist sites like Route 66. And it's really exciting. We had a workshop where we were from all different, cities around this area. And, we had a workshop where we put on the map places that we thought would be good to stop at. And, it was exciting. So, it'll be awesome, especially when the new city hall complex gets done. We can put our new, Lost Faith Museum and our, cultural center on there. But, it's gonna be good. I think that's it.
Mr. Barsadi?
Is this a new routine you have,
Yep.
sit around the circle? Okay. I'll be prepared for next time too. Well, as Mr. Harrison has said, it's been a busy 3 weeks. It's been, constant. I think I'm going through withdrawal and not seeing it go every other day or every day. I'll get over it. The reception was wonderful, and it was well received. I just want to make a quick note, and this doesn't just pertain to Mulberry, it is actually throughout Polk County. On Sunday alone, there were 30 brush fires logged in that, Polk Fire and Rescue had gone out to. Larry and I went to breakfast on Sunday morning, went down to South Florida, came back up about 30-45 minutes later, and there were 4 patches of fire. That's as simple as flicking a cigarette out the window, which should be common sense not to, but it's not. Little embers flying. It's very dry out there. It's very breezy. One ember can take out a whole patch, as they've been finding out now. There are some areas along South Florida that definitely need some tending to. But mostly I'd like to just ask y'all and whoever's listening, and our friends at Polk Press to get the word out. One ember, one cigarette butt can cause devastation beyond what we would even want to think about. Very catastrophic. So use some common sense, pass that on. We don't want to see just patches of burn everywhere, and if you've noticed the amount of sirens in the air lately, every time the siren goes off, I go outside to look to see if I see smoke, so. That's all I really have to say, just, let's use precaution. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. McDonald?
Well, we did enjoy several events together back to back. That was a pretty busy groundbreaking, our event, Founder's Day, Julie's beautiful ceremony, it was lovely. I wanna wish Ms. Ayala congratulations, and I hope that you use the wisdom from Commissioner Johnson, but also use your own God-given talents and vision in. We have received a memo that homes were gonna be built down heading towards Bradley, about 18,000. And, apparently there's a hold on that right now, so I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. I was kinda hoping it happened to help support, Depot 303 a little bit, but that's on hold right now. I'll have to give you an update. I did attend our transportation board, and I wasn't on the, in the agenda to share with you, so I didn't bring anything really to share with you this time, but I can update you next week. There's a lot going on with transportation and the growth of our community. So, that's about all I have to say, and thank you for taking your time this evening to come out here and be with us.
Commissioner Devine?
All right, well, where to begin? Where'd that paper go?
I had it. I was reading it. Okay, I had it.
You done stole my paper?
Oh, can I have one more thing before Neil gets going?
That's
I
mine.
don't have yours.
No, can I say one more thing before you go?
Sure,
I do have one concern about, I'm gonna wait until the meeting, the second month when we get the review from the audit. I do have a question about an outstanding check that I don't want on this Ayala's track record, so, but I'll wait and see what this report says before I address it with everybody.
I think you did down my
Did I
paper.
read it?
You
I
did.
was looking for something, you know what I was looking for? Was it in there?
No,
Picture this back.
this is mine. Okay. My name is on it.
Oh, God, is that why?
Man, I thought I was going crazy, but I'm not. I think you were just messing with me. You knew what I was probably going to be speaking about. One of the things I'm speaking about.
I tried, folks, I'm sorry.
So, this is the Lakeland Sun. A bitter farewell. Mulberry Honors City Manager Rick Johnson. I thought we were going to make it the front page, but we made the middle centerfold. So, I just wanted to mention that. They came from Davenport, right? To take pictures and support the retirement of our city manager. I will say this, Jamie,
Yeah, you've got one.
you're probably going to be called the new city manager until your successor is here. Isn't that right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Just kind of throw some comedy in there. Busy week, I don't want to be redundant. Founders Day, Missing Piece, they've got their event next Friday in conjunction with Mulberry Jams. I'm attending both. I mentioned about the Lakeland Sun. So, we all like Sheriff Grady Judd for the most part, don't we?
Yeah.
He does his morning briefings with the coffee cup. So I got to thinking, Kathy Shalhoub handed me this cup. It's bigger than my Yeti, and it's Florida Landmark Realty. Service you deserve, people you can trust. So instead of the morning briefing with Judd, it's going to be the mid-evening, mid-afternoon, not even a briefing, just a plug. Have a little bit of fun with it. I actually put a post on the Chamber of Commerce page asking for cups. I do not want to own cups. I just want cups on loan, with the exception of Florida Landmark Realty. No, you're not getting it back. So if you're a chamber member, get the cups to me. And then going to segue into chamber membership. 3 years ago, let me back up. I got elected in 2020. 3 years ago, in 2023, I'm like, you know what? The Chamber of Commerce is really there to build relationships, for commerce to happen. And if you remember, community is built around commerce. Without commerce, you don't have community. Without commerce, you don't have community. Go hand in hand. So 3 years ago, I wrote a check to Lil for my individual chamber membership. even though I didn't think I needed to because of being a member through the city, but I wanted to actually be part of something big. So, elected officials, if you are not a chamber member, I would encourage you all to spend the $85, invest the $85, as I mentioned at a CRA meeting, to just be part of something bigger, because this is our community. This is where commerce does take place. With that said, Mr. Mayor, that's my comments. Wow. Fast, quick, and in a hurry. We might be out by 6:45.
So we have to swap the paper after all.
Oh.
I had a couple things, I'm gonna tell you. We had our monthly Ridge League dinner recently in over in Lake Wales at Lake Ashton. And that was a very nice event, even though George picked the table, the mayor picked the table that we were gonna sit at, and it was the last one in the whole room to get served. I mean, you were like, but that's, we all sat beside us, so basically, because I picked the table, we were the last tables to be served in the whole room, and I think it was like 24 tables, and by the time we got up to go get our meal, they'd started the meeting. So, anyway. So next time, George, Mayor is not picking the table. So, anyway. I want to congratulate Janie on her promotion and getting to be our city manager, and I really believe she'll do a great job for us. And tell her publicly, you know, that if you need anything, I'm there for you. So just very good. I spent the last 2 weeks at the State Fair doing woodworking demos, and some of you know that, you see it on Facebook. And I just had a good time. I'm worn out. Yesterday was the last day of the fair, and I got to go back over there tomorrow and pick up all the stuff that I entered in the fair, so I still get to go one more day. At least I don't have to stay. So I'm glad that's over. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun. See lots of people, and most of you that know me know I have a gift of gab. And so.
How many ribbons did you win?
Several. That's enough.
First place?
Yeah. So, that's coming. If you haven't noticed, State Road 37 is under construction between here and Walmart. Isn't that great to have a smooth road to ride on? I know it's all, and if somebody's complaining to any of y'all, we don't have anything to do with it. It's all DOT. Just tell them to call the Department of Transportation. It's not us. So if they're complaining about noise at night or anything like that, it's the DOT. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, chamber breakfast. And the caterer is Dina's Place. And Dina always gives us a great breakfast. So I'm looking forward to that. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to our new city manager.
Thank you. So what I am hoping to do for the commission every time we meet is to provide you with a project update report, but also kind of give you any upcoming events and meetings so that you're aware. But I also wanted to provide this to you in advance, so if you have any questions, you can ask me, and hopefully I'll have the answer. If not, I'll research it and get back to you. But what I really wanted to touch base on was on the second page, which is the capital improvements plan. I'm currently working with Drew, Jeff from the Central Florida Planning Council, and Bonnie to update our capital improvements plan so that it's more in line with what we currently have going on in the city. I'm hoping to have the letter and the actual CIP plan for the commission and the mayor the first meeting of next month, but if not, definitely by the second. So just keep an eye on that. I'll be presenting that to you guys. And then the next thing is basically, I wanted to apologize to Ms. Julie Taylor, the mayor, commission, directors, and residents for not attending Founder's Day. But I did have a loss in the family, so I had to go out of state and kind of help organize and get everything settled. So I do apologize, but it was well deserved. And that is all I have for you guys.
Thank you. City Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor. I apologize for not having a more formal report tonight, but I did want to update you on a couple of things. I'm working with Manager Ayala's office on deciding next steps as far as ordinance revisions. And so we're going to be bringing some of those back to you and let you know what we're going to intend to focus our efforts on first, second, third, etc. And you guys may end up having some input that would help us greatly. So previews of coming attractions there. We have several meetings on the books to talk about everyone's favorite topic, water. So I've got inquiries from a potential developer south of the new Keel development, which would be interesting to hear what their proposals are. And then we've had, this is another preview of coming attractions. We received a petition, or I received had advance notice of a petition that the Landstar Development folks intend to bring regarding one of their community development districts. So they're going to take the smallest one and potentially dissolve it. And so we have to develop what our staff recommendation on that one is going to be to you guys and give you a summary of that. So I'm hopeful that at the next meeting I'll be able to at least outline that law to you so you understand where we're headed with that. But again, I'm sorry I don't have more of a formal PowerPoint type presentation, but there's been a lot going on in the background in the last couple of weeks. Happy to answer any questions that anybody may have on any legal matters.
So why is Landstar looking to dissolve one of their smallest sections?
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's been quoted in the petition is that they're trying to leverage a law that says if you don't have any formal improvements, you don't have any assessments or expenditures, then the district can be voluntarily dissolved. We believe at this point, and I don't want to go too deep into the law on it right now without further research, but we believe that that is optional, that you have discretion in that instance to either dissolve the district or to retain the district. And I'll stop right there with my public comments because I want to make sure that whatever you get here from me is researched, neutral, etc. But there are potential reasons why staff may oppose that. So do you mind waiting until I get a better report for you? But yeah, that's what I think is going on. That smallest of districts, CDDs, is difficult to develop. There's a railroad track that runs right along Nichols Road. This is south of that. And so they potentially would have to acquire right away from CSX or at least a crossing agreement. So there could be a lot of reasons that we're unaware of.
Is that it?
Mayor, that's all I have unless there are other further questions from the commission.
Before I go to the city clerk, I forgot something. I was just gonna mention, and Miss Julie, I'm surprised you didn't mention it. Mulberry High School lost 3 people this week, former graduates. Lyrica, I think her maiden name was Patterson. I don't know her married name, I'm sorry. 45 or 46 years old. Beautiful child. Greg Burdett, his funeral was last Wednesday. He's from the Burdett family. So she had a sister named Angie and a brother named Ronnie. They're still around, but Greg has had a lot of health problems and he passed away. And then Charlie Bass passed away. Yeah. He was there when I was the assistant principal, and I used to, all the time that I was there, I always ran the pep rallies and get the kids hyped up about the football games or whatever ball game was coming. But he was one of the few students that I would give that microphone to that I trusted that he would not say something he shouldn't say. But so anyway, but those 3 just this week, last week, or in the last 2 weeks, and it just, you know, of former educator at that school to lose 3 of my former kids. And I was talking in the CRA meeting about my kids. And Ms. Judy, I know you know every kid you ever taught is always one of your kids. And, so it just broke my heart. So anyway, all right, that's all. City Clerk?
No comments.
We stand adjourned then. Thank you for coming. Have a good evening.